VP of Engineering at Nozbe, and you are?
Michael, the CEO and founder of Nozbe. Today, we will talk about meetings, how to do meetings online in the most efficient and productive way, because it can be done very well. And after that, we'll take questions from the floor. So make sure to post your questions below in the comments on the live streams. We are live on Instagram, on Periscope, Twitter, and also on Facebook. So please post your comments, post your questions. We'll get to them very quickly right after we talk about the meetings. Okay?
All right. So this is our 5th stream of the Work from Home series, where we want to help you, work from home. We've been doing this for 13 years. The whole company is completely remote. And many of you are forced to work from home for the very first time. So we talked about many topics before in the previous streams. You can watch them on Facebook, on YouTube. And today, what are we going to discuss today, Michael?
Yeah, today we'll talk about online meetings, how to do meetings well, how to do meetings efficiently, and how it's really doable to do meetings when all the meetings participants are in their homes, completely dispersed. And we're going to use one of our meetings, the design fight meeting, the meeting that we use to decide on the design elements of Nozbe, of our application, as an example for this kind of meeting, how to do it right. All right, so one of the most important things that we do is that in Nozbe, because we all work from home, we schedule our meetings. So we have only a few meetings, but we have them scheduled permanently on the calendar. And a design fight meeting that we're going to discuss today, it happens actually on every Tuesday at 1 p.m. And it's in our, we have a shared Google Calendar that everybody has access to, so everybody can see that the meeting takes place. And this meeting, yeah, it's happening again every Tuesday at 1 o'clock. Okay, apart from the fact that it's scheduled and it's at the same time, also it's the same place. So we use the Zoom software, the same software that you can see right now us talking to you through. Zoom software is very good for meetings because you can have one link for one room, so a virtual room. So at 1 o'clock, everybody knows which room to go to, and this way we don't have all these problems of connection, somebody dialing in, somebody dialing out, somebody having poor connection and breaking it for us. So one Zoom link, and in the Zoom link, what happens is that you can oh man, we lost Radek. I think his connection just broke. So anyway, I'll just finish with the Zoom. So, and also we have 5 people who participate. So again, shared Google Calendar, one Zoom room to go to, one virtual room, and 5 people who are always participating in this meeting. And hopefully Radek will be back here with us shortly. There you are, Radek. I thought we lost you right there. Can you hear me, man?
Yeah, my connection is really bad today. So keep going with the explanation while I'm figuring out what the hell is going on with my connection.
Okay, so the key of the meeting, again, it's scheduled. It's scheduled on the same day and the same time every week, but it's optional. Every meeting in Nozbe is optional. So if we have no topics to discuss, or if we have no topics prepared, we don't do the meeting. And just this one hint, I think most of the companies should take from us, that meetings should be optional. If there is nothing to talk about prepared beforehand, the meeting shouldn't take place. So what we do is we have a rule for this particular meeting that all the documents that we will discuss on the meeting should be prepared by the end of previous day, so by the end of Monday. And we prepare these documents in a form of Dropbox paper documents. You can use Dropbox paper, you can use Google Docs. Please, what we use an online writing a document solution. This way, when you post this document, everybody from the team can access the document, can read what you wrote, and can comment on a word, a paragraph, or on the whole thing. So this way, it's a very collaborative way of sharing documents. So that's why until the end of the day on Monday, the documents have to be posted. And this way, we decide if the meeting takes place. So if there are documents posted on Monday evening, on Tuesday morning, we see, okay, there are documents there, we can, the meeting takes place. So Radek, are you okay with your connection?
Nope.
Oh man. Okay. Anyway, why we have documents prepared for the meeting before the meeting? Because on Tuesday morning before the meeting, which is at 1 o'clock, as I told you, what happens is that everybody does the homework. So everybody checks these documents. So everybody checks the documents, comments on sections that they don't understand, or they want to just share their opinions. So people share their thoughts about the document right there inside the document. So it's very useful. It's very good because this way we kind of have like a pre-meeting before the meeting. It's like a synchronous meeting because people are already reading the documents and are already contributing to the documents in the form of comments, which is great because when it works, when we really have the meeting, everybody has read everything, they have already thought about it, they have already put some comments, and this way the meeting is much more efficient. Because contrary to popular meetings where you gather together, there is somebody presenting something to you which you haven't seen before, and then on the spot they want to ask you if you have some brilliant thoughts about it. In our kind of meeting, people have prepared something one day before the meeting. Everybody has read it, has digested it, has thought about it, has even contributed to it. Sometimes even the meeting document changes right before the meeting because of these contributions and these comments. And then on the meeting, what happens is that there's nobody presenting. We just discuss only the issues that really need discussing. Radek, are you still there, or you're not available? Okay, the connection is really bad. Okay. So anyway, I guess we won't have a very big discussion with Radek. Anyway, the meeting is very efficient because we go through all these documents. We go through only the most important points in the documents, and then during the meeting we just really discuss things. We don't, and in the moment where we see that we start brainstorming ideas about something because we're not sure about something, what we do is we say, okay, like enough. We don't post brainstorm anymore. What happens is that what we do is we move this to a version 2.0. So somebody has to dive deeper again on this and prepare a second version of this document for the next meeting. And then after meeting, of course, we have notes, meeting notes, and we post them also to our to a comment, to a task in Nozbe, so that everybody can really see the meeting notes, what happened, what was discussed. And this way, after the meeting, there are notes, there are actionable items, people know what to do next. And then we decide again from the very beginning, like which new documents and which new ideas we'll discuss on the meeting next week. So it's really good. It's the way we do meetings is much more efficient and much more effective than like normally people would do it. So this way, this one design meeting decides on the whole future of this application, because we talked about all these important stuff. All right, I'm gonna check what's going on here because we have some technical difficulties. Okay. All right. So Radek is really abandoning me here. He's leaving me. He's leaving me behind in this conversation.
Wait.
Ah, you're here.
Yeah, audio only. I hope this works, at least this way. I don't know what's going on. So here's the best part about what you've just mentioned. If there are no documents prepared, if there is no agenda, there is no meeting. The meeting is called off. If we're not prepared, doesn't make sense to do a meeting at all.
Yeah, and this is really so as you can see, there are some like breakthrough ideas here. First of all, the presentation doesn't happen on the meeting. It's before the meeting, everybody gets the documents. So, and if there are no documents, there is no meeting. Even though it's on the calendar, even though it's there as a recurring meeting, it doesn't happen if we have nothing to discuss. So it's an amazing way to do a meeting like this. And then like we iterate with each meeting. So if somebody and we don't brainstorm on the meeting. So if we don't know how to move forward with an idea or with a design, we postpone it. We say, okay, somebody has to work on it right now. When they work on it, we'll discuss it on our future meeting. And and this way, one meeting per week decides on the whole design of our application. Because in the meantime, we work on things. We implement these designs, or we work on proposals for new designs or for new ideas. And then on the next meeting, we talk. So it's very efficient. And this is and because of technology, because of great apps like Dropbox Paper or Google Docs, where you can share these meeting notes for the meeting documents very easily and comment on them, because of Zoom, video conferencing, which normally works. Today it doesn't because Radek's connection is really bad. It all works very well. So this is like the gist of it, the gist of an online meeting done right, done working from home. And this is what I wanted to discuss with you today, like as the main point, like because like after we've been doing this for years now, I see that this is the best way to do a meeting. Like this is so efficient, and this is so good, and this is so satisfying that we don't waste time on brainstorming on ideas, on seeing new things like just there, and being forced to come up with brilliant ideas on the spot without actually thinking too much about it. So that's what I wanted to say today, what I want to share today, and I wanted to discuss it with Radek. So that's it. Radek, you still there?
Yes, and struggling very much.
Okay. So Kuba, do we have any questions? Okay, there are no questions so far. All I can say, just additional question we had in a previous stream we didn't respond to really here, is that having a schedule is actually a good idea when you work from home. So we talked about it a little bit briefly in the previous streams, but now I can see that after like the whole week, today's Friday evening in Europe, and I can see that when we discussed this week with our kids, having them homeschooled at home, having this time for them to work, to do homework, for them to play when we can do some work, and then interchange with my wife. Most of the time it really worked, and the kids were really doing diligently the homework, but also diligently were making sure that they play when there is fun time. So and we actually had some ideas what to do in this fun time. So it worked very well. So again, having structure is something when you work from home, it's very important. And comment and having structure, having a schedule which you discuss with your family, it's really important. And please stick to it. Like, so please assume a schedule, assume a routine. The same with with meetings. Like we have the meeting at 1:00 on Tuesday for the same very good reason, because it ties very well with schedule from other people from our company. But the thing is, set a schedule when you start working from home with your family and with your team, and try it for a week. And then when you see that something constantly is, for example, not working, on some part of this is not working right, then and only then what you do is you revise the schedule. I'm a big fan when I work in my company. I'm a big fan of this, deciding on something, trying it, and then evaluating it again. And okay, I'm gonna. Okay, so that's what I do. What we do at Nozbe. So we decide on something, we try something, and then we evaluate it. And this is what we're going to do right now with my wife over this weekend. We're going to evaluate our schedule and see if we do changes to the schedule for the next week. We'll discuss it with our children, and we'll see how this goes. So that's one piece of advice that I had a question about that earlier today. Oh, Robbie Miles is saying great stuff these past few days. Thanks, Robbie. Good to see you. Good to see you there. Thanks.
All right. Do we have any questions for today?
So you're
Last
back.
question. Maybe just for a second. Maybe.
Okay, so
we're good.
Everyone, the internet, like, seize the moment. Radek is back. So. And if you want to give us feedback, go to nozbe.com/teams, sign up for Nozbe Teams. We just launched it. It's already on the App Store. And Radek, they just accepted on Apple App Store, that accepted our latest version of the app. So so it's there. And the Android version is there. So and Nozbe Teams, even Nozbe Teams Premium, is free for the whole month of April. So please make sure to check it out. And you're gone from Instagram, but you're still here, so good. Okay, so any more questions before we finish this? So again, the video series, like we've been doing this for the last 5 days, the Q&A and all the pieces of advice we could find on remote work. But please, let us know. Also send us emails to questions@nozbe.com. If you have any questions about working from home, you can email me directly, michael@nozbe.com. Feel free to reach out, and we'll see what we do next week. For now, we want to stop with these lives, and we'll see what we go about next week, because next week we want to give you even more value. We want to make sure that the Nozbe Teams app really rocks the world. We want to make sure that I also prepare some other materials for you and some other resources which are better than spontaneous Q&As. So we'll see what we do, but we are still here to help you out to work from home. So make sure to ask your questions. Like, we've been doing this for the last 13 years. Even to us, the situation is difficult because we have kids at home, but if even that can be doable. And especially if you have good routines and good ways to communicate with your team and good ways to schedule meetings and do meetings well, efficiently, then the whole thing is just rock solid. So and even the moments that you have to work are just used very well. So I had this comment from a different business leader who went remotely with his team, and he was surprised how efficient people were. Like the efficiency, like the delivered hours of like efficient work were better when people were at home than when they were in the office, which was very surprising to him, not surprising to me. Because like I think this is the biggest fear that people have when doing remote work, is that in the managers especially, I cannot see them, so I'm sure they're not working. Is the other way around. People are working very effectively. You just don't see it, and it scares the out of you. So that's why it's good. I mean, it's good. It makes sense to just try to live past that fear and see really what's going on, because people want to work, and especially people want to really deliver value, and because they're not being interrupted, they actually can be more productive at home than in their work environment. They just have to set everything up, and you have to help them set it up for them. That's why this advice from today about meetings is so crucial, that you set it up. You will give the example. All right. So that's it for today. That's it for this week. Radek, I'm sorry you're not here anymore on this Facebook Live, but you're here on. Oh, there you are. At least I can say bye-bye. Okay, Radek. So thanks a lot. Sorry for the connection today. This happens sometimes. And also another, like just one pro tip, try to have normally when you work from home, try to get as good connection as you can from your provider. Just squeeze everything out of them if you can. Okay, thank you so much. Have a great weekend, Radek. Have a good weekend. Relax, man, and see you in the office next week.
All right. Bye-bye, Michael.
Take care, man.